Okay, it says I'm live here on this thrilling Thursday, another live stream. This evening, Assetto Corsa career mode. Now, if I just go to broadcaster here, just switch on content manager. So I'm just in career mode here, and despite the amount of time that I've had Assetto Corsa, it was pretty much the first simulator I got for PC. So I think I've had it for nearly 2 years now. I actually haven't progressed past 46% in the career mode, so there's a whole bunch of cars and scenarios that I actually haven't even unlocked. So I thought I might get down to try to doing some of that. So you can see progress 46% in the bottom left hand corner. Now with career mode, there's no difficulty settings as far as making it easier or more difficult. It just seems to be set at what it is. All these ones on the left hand side with the green ticks, they're ones that I've successfully completed. So I'm going to go up one step here. I'm going to be doing this Formula Abarth Trofeo and see if we can unlock that vehicle. So I'll just hit start here. This full-blown championship with race weekend events. Your opponents are even faster and track conditions vary throughout the weekend. Collect 60 points in the championship to impress the professional teams. Yay. Okay, I think we just hit tick on that. So it's got AI level 100%. So it looks like we can change the difficulty. I'm going to turn that down to 95%, give myself a sporting chance. Just a quick look back at chat here. Evening, Gary, says Mr. Chu. Good evening, Mr. Chu. Hope you're well, mate. Just flicking back across to content manager here. So time 12 o'clock in the day, 27 degrees Celsius, 20 laps. Okay, that's pretty full on. I'll be starting 10th of 9 opponents, so starting at the back with a clear, track state green, whatever that means. AI level 95%. The first race is at Magione, so I'll be aware of all of these tracks mostly. So let's get into it. We'll just check our good buddies with us. Can you hear me, Jim?
Okay, Gary, I can hear you.
All right, Jim's with us. So yeah, I think he's at about the right volume there. All right, let's kick it over. Now, one area where I can cheat the system a bit here is I'm meant to complete a certain amount of races. Now, what I can do is if I'm running, way behind and I'm likely to unscore, not be able to score the necessary points, I can restart that race as long as I do it before it finishes and before it progresses onto the next race. From that point, I can't go backwards. So I'm going to ensure this time that I get the 60 points by restarting a race if I have to. But I've turned the difficulty down to 95%. 100%'s probably next to impossible anyway. So just loading up. Qualifying, 30 minutes, race 20 laps. Okay, so is there a way of skipping out of that? And why would I have that? Let me quit out here for a moment. Because if it said I was starting in 20th place, why would there be practice or qualifying anyway? So let's have a look here. Now I've got the problem that I've quit that race. Are there any settings that I can change here? Well, not that I can see. Okay, so yeah, it says it's a weekend. I'm going to reload it. progress here. Restart skip session. Here we go. All right, so practice is out. Qualifying's out. All right, so on to race. Here we go. Let's look at the fuel situation. 20 laps. Let's give it a full tank of fuel. Yeah,
P10. Okay, Gary, here we go.
Get this set up where I want it.
Green, let's go, let's go.
So I think the Trofeo is the Tatuus. It certainly sounds like it. Which I've got quite a bit of experience in this car, so...
Car right. He's still there. Still there. Still there. He's still there. Hold your line. Clear right.
Going pretty quick. Oh, nearly lost it. This is not going to be easy.
On your left. He's still there. Clear left. Car left. Clear left. Left side. Clear left. Yellow flag.
So I might have wanted to set this to medium, I think. Looks like hard's going to be too hard.
The leader's just done a 111.6. Last lap was at 1:15.2. Sector 1 is 1.9 seconds off the pace. Sector 2 is 1.8 seconds off the pace. Car right. Clear right. On your right. Still there. Clear right. Good pass, mate. That was fucking brilliant. Car left. Still there. Still there. He's still there. Still there. Clear left.
Well, I've only managed to pass one car so far.
Left side. He's still there. Hold your line. Hold your line. Still there.
Oh, I'm getting pushed.
Clear left. Well done, Gary. Good pass. Eyes front. Car right. Car left. Clear left. On your right. Right side's clear. You've had some suspension damage there. Stay out.
Alright, so to ensure this gets done...
The car ahead is Tobin.
Because that was just too difficult. Chu says, yes, well, thanks. Hope you're doing well, mate. Good luck. Excellent. Just going to go into Content Manager here again now because I quit out of that race. What do I have to do here? I have to go... So we go reset championship progress. Yes. Alright, let's make it at default level 90. Alright. Oh no, I think doing it on 100% would be pretty much impossible. Practice, skip session. Qualifying, skip session. Right. Fuel. Alright, let's give it another go.
Watch for the lights.
I'm watching it, Jim.
Go, go, go. Right side. Still there. Clear right. Sweet start, mate. Keep it coming. P7.
So I have no idea what gets unlocked if you succeed in knocking over this stage course.
Car left. Still there. Hold your line. Clear left. That's the stuff, we'll have some more of that. Car right. Right side clear. The leader has just done a 111.5. Car right.
Custom shader patch 1.79 is pretty incredible.
Still there. Clear right. Well done, Gary. This is terrific. Exactly what we came here for. P5. That lap was at 114.3.
One of the things I love about it is the exposure actually works. So when you got Assetto Corsa, you've got an exposure setting to be able to adjust the brightness, and in the subsequent versions of custom shader patch from 1.6 onwards it never worked, whereas now it does. Which means that way too bright Laguna Seca race that I would enter sometimes, where I'd have to constantly change back to 1.6, I don't have to now. You can just even adjust it while you're driving, although the brightness and everything's just about right at the moment, so I didn't need to change anything.
That was 1:13.8. That's your quickest lap.
Starting to catch up to him, Jim.
The gap to Jakeman behind is increasing. It's now 3.9 seconds.
So I think I saw there before there's something like 8 races I have to do here to be able to knock over this.
Okay, Gary, the next car is Vesna.
Section, I guess you'd call it, this challenge.
Car right. Still there. Clear right. Good move, mate.
So I forgot to put track map back up. I'll do that when I start the next race.
Left side. Still there. Hold your line. Clear left. Well done, Gary. Nice move, mate.
Oh, there's our leader. He's just gone down around the bend, so he's a fair way ahead.
This is terrific. Exactly what we came here for. P3.
Alright, so I've done a quarter of the race now. Pretty tight course, Maggioni.
Gap to Schuhart ahead is now 0.9. We're quickest right now. That lap time was 1:12.0.
That's what we want to hear, Jim, that I'm quickest, that I'm quicker than the leader. Don't know that I'm catching this guy, but I'll give him a love tap. Alright, well I can see that I'm getting closer to the leader.
Lap time is 1:11.8. Your last lap time was 1:11.6.
I'm a bit further down the straight each time I see him go around this bend. is. So I think the guy in second here in front of me is actually catching up to the leader as well. That's it, if it is the leader that's in front of us, but it appears to be at 4.1 seconds out, 4 seconds out.
Car in front has just posted a 111.7.
So I need to get in nice and close to him just on this bend here.
Car right. He's still there. He's still there. He's still there. Hold your line.
Oh,
Still there. Still there. Clear right. On your right. Still there. Clear right. Car right. He's still there. Still there. Right side's clear. Awesome. Well done.
that's my name, Jim.
Nice one, Gary. You're looking really good. Come on, keep your focus. You're now in the lead.
Now, dare I do this while I'm driving? Let's give it a go. What are we looking for? We're looking for...
Right side. Right side's
I'll
clear.
see it in a minute. Oh, I can't see it.
You cut the track. Keep it nice and tidy.
I was looking for the track map, but... Can I do it while I'm... No, I have to be...
The gap to Tobin behind is now 1.2. You're halfway home. Your fuel is fine. V2. Fastest lap for Schuhart, 111.3. You've just done a 112.5.
It's getting away from me. let's speed it up a bit. What is he? 6.6, 6.4 out. 6.1, 6.
The gap to Schuhart in front is now 5.4.
Now 6 point. Yeah, he's getting further away, Jim.
You've got a bit of tyre wear on all your tyres.
Oh, fuck. And he bucks it up. He puts the accelerator down too early. I'll never catch him now. It'll be second place for this one, I'm afraid. Yeah, I wonder where Mr. Bender is this evening. What's he doing? I haven't forgotten he wanted me to stream tomorrow night for some reason. He didn't quite say why.
B2.
What's the gap behind, Jim?
11 seconds.
gap ahead, Jim?
15 seconds. The gap to Tobin behind is increasing. It's now 13 seconds. Your tyres are all looking a bit worn. That lap time was 1:11.7.
What's the gap ahead, Jim?
14 seconds. The gap to Schuhart in front is now 14 seconds. Okay, Gary, we're matching race pace.
What's the gap ahead, Jim?
14 seconds. Two laps left, come on, you're looking good for a podium. That lap was a 1:12.0. One more to go. Keep it together, we'll be on the podium. Your lap time was at 1:12.4. Alright Gary, you're reeling, Schuhart in, the gap is 8.1. podium finish. Nice one.
That was what I was looking for, track map. Okay. Seems weird I can't move it. Well, there we go. Unpin it. Alrighty, so that's one race. So race over, what happens now? Do we exit or do we just resume? What happens? If I exit, it's not going to take me back and make me do it again, is it? Only one way to find out. But I don't think so. I think we just go on and select the next race. And Chu says, come on, Gary, you can pick up first. Not on that occasion, Chu, but that was my own fault, of course, for, mucking around with menu things while I was driving. But if we have a look on screen, it's still there. So it says second, and now it says I've accumulated, what does that say, 16 points? Let me have a look there. 18 points. So I only need 60 points, so I'm well on my way. All right, so the next race is Catalunya. It looks like it's the full Grand Prix circuit. So let's now get into that one. AI level 100%. No. Let's be a little bit daring. We'll make it 92%. 90% being the default. It says I'll be starting 10th of 9 opponents, or 10th with 9 opponents rather. I'm actually starting to get a little warm in this room. It's summer is almost upon us. Right, skip session. Race.
Twenty laps. Concentrate. Be ready.
Can I turn the brightness down a little? Oh, look at that, I can. Oh, it works and everything. I love it.
Go. Left side. Hold your line. Clear left. Car right. He's still there. Still there. Clear right. Well done, Gary. Good start.
I haven't done full Catalunya circuit for quite a while. Because when you do the online racing, it's mostly the Catalunya Classic.
Car right. Clear right.
Which cuts out this part of the circuit.
B7.
Ender's probably watching the World Cup and all of that, Chew.
The driver in front of us is Ray.
Well, these guys aren't proving easy to catch.
On your right. He's still there. Right side's clear. Yeah, nailed that fucker.
Yeah, he's fucking nailed. That fucker's completely nailed, Jim.
The leader has just done a 136.1. The guy in front has just done a 136.0. B6.
Well, I've just done a 138, so I'm a couple of seconds slower than the leader. Oh, come on, don't do that, Jimmy. That was nice.
The gap to Schuhart ahead is now 4.6.
Harder of a shoe. I'm getting closer, Jim, I can see it. I think.
The gap to Jakeman behind is now 1.5.
Alright, definitely closer. We're getting there. Beginning of lap 5. Plenty of time left yet.
gap to Schuhart. Ahead is now 1.7.
The leader.
Car right. Still there. Still there. Hold your line. Clear right. Well done, Gary. Great move. Keep it up.
Yeah, it wasn't bad, Jim. Wasn't bad. So I'm thinking about doing a video on my main channel again, finally.
Just keep hitting your marks. This is looking good. P5.
About a subject that I think is going to divide my viewers, even the ones that are, you know, largely agree with most of what I say. I think they're going to have issues with this one, and it's going to be about mitigation. I'm someone that doesn't really like mitigation very much.
Stick to the plan. Don't be intimidated here.
And it's going to be about, you know, a few years back, you probably remember, you know, when somebody killed somebody in their
The next
car
is right side.
as a drunk driver.
Hold your line.
You know, you got a lot of, but
Still there. Clear right.
I was incapacitated by drugs at the time, so I'm not really fully responsible because I wasn't really aware of what I was doing because I was drunk or I was on drugs. And, you know, they seem to be largely getting away with that. Anyway, so obviously there was a lot of protests about that, and that was a loophole that kind of got closed.
Hold your line.
And now,
still there.
The mitigating thing for everything
Clear
is
right.
Mental illness.
On your right. Right side's clear.
So,
okay, Gary. The next car is Jack Mayer, P4.
But my position's always been mentally ill people have to be just as responsible as anybody else. Now, I'm not completely against mitigating circumstances. I'll give you an example of that in a minute. But one of the main issues I have with mitigation is let's say your child's riding their push bike home from school, and someone who's really upset because, you know, they've been misgendered and it's part of their mental disorder.
The gap to Jack Mayer ahead is now 0.8.
It runs off the road and kills your child. Do you, as the grieving parent, really care that the person has a mental problem, or that, you know, they were drunk, or that they were on drugs, or whatever it is? They unlawfully ran off the road and killed your child.
Pitting now.
Does it make your child any less dead? Do you really care, as the grieving parent, that, you know, the person that ran off the road has some sort of fucking mental issue? Does it make your child any less dead? So
the gap to Messner behind is increasing. It's now 1.2. P3.
So that's my problem with mitigation, is it doesn't really make much difference to the victim. If it's somebody that was, you know, killed by that person, it makes no difference whatsoever. They're equally as dead. Their life's been cut short by someone else's actions. Alright, so an area where I can understand mitigation to a certain degree, there's a Netflix thing, I don't know if it's still on Netflix. I think it was called something like I Just Killed My Father.
Minor wear all around.
It was about this, I think he was 17-year-old or something like that shot his old man. And he shot him a couple of times, right? So the argument was it was first-degree murder because he could have, you know, stopped after the first shot, but he didn't. But then, when you got into it, the kid had been basically a prisoner his whole life. He'd never been to school. His father controlled him that much. There was like security cameras all around the house to, you know, track his every breath. He couldn't read or write. He had no friends. He'd never had friends. He didn't know his own address or telephone number. Basically, kid didn't know anything. He's completely emotionally stultified and controlled by this guy that was effectively a fucking monster. Right, so there's an area where I can go, okay, there's mitigating circumstances there. The kid was basically driven to it. So you know, if you can prove that the victim was a cunt, which in that guy's case you could, okay, all right. But in the case of an innocent child killed on the footpath on their push bike by somebody who's either, you know, lost on drugs or is mentally ill,
still there,
then
he's still there. Clear right. Car right.
It can't be argued that
hold your line.
That the child was a cunt and deserving of it.
Still there.
So
he's still there. Clear right. You've got significant tyre wear all around.
You know, and all of this fucking shit that you get from these fucking junkies and mentally ill people that commit crime. Oh, you know, but you know, they're a pillar to the community, and they've been delivering presents to the children's hospital ever since they were arrested, not before. You know, and the fact that they spent most of their time, you know, vandalising property with graffiti and all of that, oh, that's art and all of that, right? So, you know, it shows that they have an artistic outlet, even though they're vandalising private property and stuff.
Okay, Gary, hold your nerve, just keep it smooth, no mistakes.
So I would argue that, you know, I don't know, I'd like to see more of a legal thing that should mitigation be allowed, permitted in a trial at all. So it's not just a thing where at every single criminal trial you have an opportunity to prove mitigation, that you should actually have to prove cause for an argument of mitigation to begin with, otherwise mitigation's not part of it. Stop fucking wasting everybody's time with feeble fucking excuses for bad, you know, what's essentially just bad behaviour. And one of the reasons where I probably divide my audience is I'm not much of a, I don't have much sympathy for mental health issues, to be honest.
The gap to KV behind is increasing. It's now 1.9 seconds. Alright, Gary, that's half distance. You're looking good for fuel. You've just done a 137.9. Good consistency. Keep them coming.
I'm not saying that mental health issues don't exist, but I think half of them are just using it as a cover, an excuse for their fucking shit behaviour towards other people. through all of that conversation, I didn't realise I've actually taken the lead. I thought I was in second. There you go. So anyway, I thought that might make for an interesting video. A bit of a chat about that. You know, I'm neither psychologist nor lawyer, but I know it's like anything else in life. You just use your common sense. You join the dots. You know, one of the things they say is that risk of imprisonment or whatever doesn't
KV behind is pitting.
Doesn't deter crime. I think that's largely because I don't think anybody commits the crime in the knowledge that they'll get caught. They commit the crime in the knowledge that most likely they'll get away with it, particularly when it comes to like petty crime and stuff, you know. I'm sure most of these criminals, they get caught sooner or later, but it's only, you know, they've gotten away with it 37 times before they got caught the 38th time. So, you know, they did it actually believing that they wouldn't be caught. Okay. So, one of the things I think I'm a believer in too is the idea that the victim has some say in what the punishment should be. And it's a bit of a lottery, you know. Some people are ridiculously forgiving. You know, or he raped and murdered my daughter, but I don't feel any ill will towards it. What the fuck is wrong with you people? Right? Anyway, you know, I think if the victims of particularly violent crime and things like that, or victims of whatever, had some sort of large say in what the punishment is, that would be a fucking deterrent. You'd be shitting yourself about who you might end up on the other end of. There's some things in this world that the Muslims have got the right idea about. You know, thieves and that cut their fucking hands off. Not the first time, but, you know, third time. Repeat offenders, incorrigibles. Alright, I've left him for dead. I'm going to get the max points this time around.
You're leading.
I am, Jim. This career mode's going to be pretty bloody long at 20 laps. If there's fucking 8 races to do at 20 laps, that's a lot of driving. Well, you know, at this stage, I don't have work tomorrow.
That was 138.4, 11 seconds.
Well, I reckon the next car I'm going to see is going to be a back marker.
The gap behind has now decreased to 10 seconds.
So when I started thinking later today about doing this career mode thing, I I had no idea what was involved. I didn't know it was like 20 lap races. I still love Assetto Corsa. For a game that came out in what, 2012 or 2013, something like that. I mean, it's admittedly it's been third-party creators and custom shader patch and everything that's developed outside of Kunos that's made it what it is. That's kept it relevant. If it were still just Assetto Corsa on its own, it wouldn't look so good. And it wouldn't have the variety of cars and tracks that it has, but it is amazing. It's definitely one of the best as far as physics go. It's certainly the best as far as variety. But the physics are just excellent. And I've seen a number of sim guys on their channels come out and say the same thing, which, you know, a lot of what sim racers will say, it's all subjective, we can disagree with each other, but, you know, quite a few of them say it's just one of the best when it comes to having the physical sense of what driving a car feels like. Obviously something that's just hard to explain in stream, but I'm going to have a look at Project Cars and Automobilista 2, and I might actually look at turning down the force feedback settings just a little to see if it makes it a little more real. One of the things about Project Cars 2, but particularly Automobilista 2, is it like seems a little like jerky, and in that sense maybe, yeah, not sort of real.
Okay, Gary, lap times are pretty consistent.
Visually, it's outstanding. Project Cars is really great that way too, but Automobilista 2, it's just got that edge in how it looks. It just looks like reality. I have to find that video of the guy that was the European race driver that basically...
Your tyres all look pretty bad, mate.
Shut up, Jim. That did Hockenheim for real and filmed it with an in-car cam, and then did iRacing in the same car. I'm sure it was the Mazda MX-5 he did. And how he said that, you know, that particular car in iRacing, it's just like reality. And when you put the
car behind is catching. The gap's now 2.9 seconds. Sectors 2 and 3 are 0.9 off the pace. Sector 1 is 0.6 off the pace.
When you put the two videos next to each other, they basically looked identical other than the colours. It was quite incredible. Even when I did my Assetto Corsa versus reality, I was actually really shocked. I would never have imagined that the videos would be so in line with each other. I was expecting them to fall out by, you know, first a couple of seconds and then a few more seconds and then a few more seconds again, and then you know, by the time it got to the end of the video, there'd be like half a minute's difference and all of that. It was quite astounding that, you know, I compared Sabine Schmidt to my own driving. And we're talking like something over like 6 or 7 minutes, and over 6 or 7 minutes of driving, there was lucky to be a couple of seconds difference. To go.
That lap was a 137.9.
What's the gap behind, Jim?
1.1 seconds.
Yeah, he's catching me. Oh, I'll start yabbering. Start driving. He's right behind me, but
Car right.
That was my own fault.
Clear right.
You're going to end up in second again, Jim.
Left rear tyre looks a little hot. Two to go. Keep it together. We'll be on the podium. P2. The gap in front has increased to 4.1 seconds. Your tyre temperatures look good.
If you say so, Jim.
Okay, Gary, one more to go. Keep it together, we'll be on the podium. You've just done a 138.1.
Now, the other thing I was thinking about making a video out of, I'd have to record some of it off iView. Last week, I think I saw it a few weeks ago. It must have been a repeat, so I don't know if it'll still be on there, but it might still be on there. And it was about domestic violence against Indigenous women, right? And this Roberta, whatever her name is, that called the police numerous times. And I don't know, you know, lots of problems with the narrative. Oh, you know, and these women would call the police and the police wouldn't do anything. And, you know, it was all this accusation of the police's failure to, you know, protect Indigenous women. But isn't the problem that if you take the black guy, the perpetrator, and put him in jail, then narratives, left-wing narrative like those coming from those like the ABC, then basically complain that, you know, black people are being incarcerated at a high percentage.
Well done, Gary. Great drive. That's a podium.
I don't know. I just found the whole thing very contradictory to their normal narrative. Exit. All right, so Choose had a bit to say while I was having my rant there. Even if I wasn't at the parents, hang the mental case. Yeah, wouldn't care, string the mental up. Yeah, again, I think there you just want to treat them like any other perpetrator. You know, they're not, but you're not stringing them up because they're mentally ill. You're stringing them up because they did something wrong. They did something bad. So you just, you know, treating them like anybody else. You don't need to be an expert to do your own research. That's right, Q. And I think I've said this in videos that when it waddles like a duck and it quacks like a duck and it looks like a duck, you don't have to be a fucking zoologist to see what it is. It's a duck. Truth here, Gary, dang dude, put it all in a vid. Yeah, I should. I got to get around to doing some more vids on the main channel now. A couple of public X's in town will curb. X's is in executions. Yeah, I get it. The abbreviated term for execution will curb crime like you wouldn't believe. Yeah, you bet. Right. I don't work tomorrow either. Haha, my one day off. Oh, you've got a job again now, Chew. That's good. Yeah, I'm off tomorrow on supposedly Friday, but I've been working pretty much every day for the past week. So anything by the ABC is contradictory to itself. Yeah. Fucking bunch of Marxists. All right, so is it up on the screen? Let me see. Yes, it is. So looking at the points, we are now at 30. We're now at 36 points, leading the charge. Leon Heart of a Shoe is coming second. So, and look, once I achieve this 60 points, I'm happy with that. So this next one's going to be at Magello. I'll just have a quick vape here. We're going to make the AI at 90 again. Laps 20. All right, so it's going to be another long one. But at least on the points front, I'm more than halfway there. And if I get a win, I'll be almost there. So to knock this over, I should, in theory, only have to do 2 more races. Oops. Uh-oh. I'm pointing the wrong way. Let's, at the moment, just run with qualifying for a minute, just so to make sure I can get the graphics all straightened up. Because at the moment I'm... there we go, beautiful, all right. Skip session. We can do that. Right, full tank of fuel. Yep.
15 laps. Okay, Gary.
15
here
laps.
we go. Don't fuck this up.
Said 20 before, Jim.
Go.
anyway, speaking of, you know, appropriate punishments and all of that, we're going to have to come up with, you know, some suitable punishment for Bender not being here, letting the side down and all of that. Preferring the World Cup, although I'm only assuming that millions of people would watch over a very awesome racing stream, which, you know, at least a couple of people would watch. And when he tries to come up with some mitigating circumstances, of course, we'll deny him that. Say no, we're not doing mitigation around here. Chew selected some public executions, but, well, I suppose we'll allow a little bit of mitigation in light of your good service to the channel in the past. We'll let you off this time with a slap on the wrist and a testimonial dinner in your honour, even if it is only McDonald's takeaway.
Car right.
Oh, what?
Still there.
I'm back in last place again already.
He's still there. Right side's clear.
Man.
Shoe hard is leading the race.
Hard of a shoe.
Car left. Still there. Hold your line. Clear left. Left side. Still there. Clear left. The guy ahead is Jakeman.
Well, this is the difficulty level's certainly gone up. Well, I thought I turned it down to 90%. Maybe I forgot to do that.
The leader's just done a 150.3. Pay attention to track limits, please, Gary.
I was a bit hard on the brakes there, Jim, that's all. I'm going as fast as I can just to try and catch these motherfuckers.
Left. Still there. Clear left. Car left. Hold your line. Clear left. P8.
just concentrating on the driving at the moment, Jim.
The gap to Vesna behind is increasing. It's now 1.3 seconds.
If I can pick up a few more spots, I'll be a bit more relaxed. Oh, fuck's sake.
We've just cut the track. The gap to KV ahead is increasing. It's now 2.8 seconds.
But I recovered all right, Jim. That's the main thing. Catching him, Jim, I'm catching him. Almost up with them now, Jim.
He's still there. He's still there. Right side's clear. Car left. Hold your line. Clear left, P5. Seen a bit of wear all round.
Yeah, where's our front runners? I can't even see them on the track map.
the gap to Jack
Oh,
Meyer
there goes
ahead
one of
is
them.
now 0.7.
Miles ahead. Oh, fuck.
Alright Gary, the next car is Jack Meyer.
I'm after him, Jim.
We're seeing somewhere on each corner.
Somewhere. You're seeing somewhere on each corner.
Left side. He's still there. Still there. Still there. Still there. Clear left. Come on, that's the stuff.
That is the stuff, Jim.
This is excellent, mate. Keep it up. B4. You're gaining on this guy. The gap's now 1.3 seconds. The leader, Schuhart, is pitting.
Good-o. That's going to help my cause, Jim.
Lewis is now leading. Half distance, fuel looks good. That's your fastest lap. Left side. He's still there. Still there. He's still there. Clear left.
What's the gap ahead, Jimbo?
11 seconds. You're pulling away. The gap behind is now 1.7 seconds.
I can't be pulling away, Jim. I've got both hands on the steering wheel.
The gap to Lewis in front is now 10 seconds.
It was 11 before, so I'm closing in.
The car behind's pitting now. Well done, Gary. This is great. Come on, keep nailing those exits. P2.
I think I'm starting to feel the tyre wear just a little, Jim.
Your left front is hot.
What's the gap ahead, Jim?
10 seconds. The leader, Lewis, is pitting.
Is he? I'm going to win, Jim. I'm going to win. I've got plenty of fuel. There it is, first place.
Your tyre temperatures look good. now in the lead. Schuhart is getting closer. The gap is now 11 seconds.
See if we can up the pace a bit then, Jim. Make sure he can't catch me, eh? He'll probably catch me anyway. So the Colorado shooter and how the mainstream leftist media in America is just basically trying to make out that he was a right winger and it's all Fox News' fault. It's just fucking disgraceful. It's like lying is only secondary to breathing. And then even when it comes to breathing, you know, they breathe in, but then they have to tell a lie before they breathe out again.
You're going to need new tyres all round.
That's probably true, Jim. You're feeling a bit worn. What's the gap behind, Jim?
8.8.
He's catching me. Only 2 to go after this part.
Come on, Gary, 2 to go. Stay focused. We can win this.
And of course, the other thing that, you know, the ABC's just been putting up supposed, you know, chart after chart to supposedly prove this is climate change, of course. Natural disasters, worse than ever, more of them, of course. Sea level rise, even though anyone can plainly see that's not true. Demonisation of gas and coal and oil. Never any talk about, you know, what they're going to fucking replace it with. Never any investigation of, you know, rising fuel costs because of the amount of money that's being poured into fucking renewables that don't fucking work properly. I mean, I guess I'll get there with it in the end, but again, I would still argue that ultimately it comes down to
gap to
solar.
Schuhart behind is now 6.7.
improvements in solar efficiency and technology, I think, is going to be the answer. It's not like the sun's going to switch off. And, you know, whilst they say the sun's only shining half the time, it's shining all the time somewhere.
Come on, Gary. Last lap. Keep your shit together. You're not home yet. Sector 3 is 1.7. Off the pace. Lap times are pretty consistent.
You know, just fucking trying to return us back to an agrarian fucking society and all of that before we actually have the proper technologies in place to replace fossil fuels. Fucking losers. These people think, like this bird I had singing in the duo for virtually no time at all. We never got out and did any gigs, right? So after a handful of rehearsals, she started complaining about, like, oh, well, when are you going to get some gigs? You know, I already had an agency and everything to get gigs through. It wasn't like I wasn't going to be able to deliver on the promise. I'd already been doing gigs with a different singer who had to leave for reasons I won't go into now, right? But so, when are we going to get some gigs? I said, oh, but you're not sorry, you're not ready yet. You're not well enough rehearsed. Oh, well, if you get some gigs, I will be. Hang on. No, I'm not. Right. We're not going to fill the fucking neurosurgery up with fucking brain patients and then say, okay, I've got some brain patients, now go and learn fucking neurosurgery. No, it doesn't work like that, love.
Nice one, Gary. Great win. You deserved that today.
I did, Jim, I did. When you prove you can do it, when you become a brain surgeon, then I'll give you some patients to operate on. Fuck me dead. What's wrong with you? Anyway, so that all fell apart that night at rehearsal. You know, I forget. Oh, you're being really unreasonable and hostile. And this is actually literally what I said to her. That thing over there is the door. See you later. All right, so back to chat. Bender's birthday tomorrow. Oh, many happy returns, Bender. What is it today? It's the 25th of November. So you were one of those late summer fucks, Bender, where your parents, you know, got it on in you know, just as the weather just started to cool down just a little bit, you know, round beginning of March and all of that. But yeah, heaps happy birthday to you, Bender. And because it's your birthday tomorrow, I forgive you now for not being earlier in the stream. I probably falsely accused you of going off to watch the World Cup, and I know now that you were baking your own cake and, you know, putting in the candles and making sure it all looked pretty and all of that to wish yourself a super happy birthday for tomorrow. Anyway, back to our beloved content manager here, and we are now on 61 points. I've already done it. I've made it. There you go. 8:43 and I started at 7. So I've been at it 1 3/4 hours. Now that I've succeeded in that, what else have we got here? So just let me check on what I had to do here. It says Formula 1 complete 3 of 8 first, 61 points. Series goals, 60 points. I've done that. Okay. So did I win anything? Let's have a look here. This is career. Yeah, career. So now if I move off that, well, yeah, but it doesn't have the tick. So I assume that means that what I have to do is I have to go into this. Wait for it to load. Skip session. Skip session again. Skip session again. Which, even though it's got it, it doesn't seem to want to let me do it. So we click start.
10th position. Get ready.
And then go. Exit. So it's a shame because I really like Nürburgring as well, but you know. Oh, I actually even got a point. I got a point for skipping over. I got 62 points now. So there's 2 races left. Now let's go into this one. Load it. Mate, if I get to the end of this and I don't get the green tick of love, I'm going to be bitterly disappointed with myself. Alright, skip session. Where are we here? Imola. You know your stuff when you're sitting in pit lane and you go, oh yeah, this is this track. Alright. So then we have 63 points. I'm not in the lead anymore. Right, and then there's 1 race left, which is at Silverstone. 20 laps. What was that Magellan one I did? So it says 20 laps here, but I only had to do 15. That doesn't make any sense. That's what it said. Skip session. Alrighty. So now, even though I didn't do those races, I've completed the whole thing. So what does that mean now? If I go back to career, I don't have the tick. Well, it actually says I've done 6 of 8. Hang on, am I missing something? Aha, here we go. That's what it is. So this one's at Monza. Good old Monza. Skip session. All right, one more. And then finally, Spa. So that's not bad going. I think I only did one restart there in all of that, and I managed to knock it over with only having done even like half the races required. Okay, now let's have a look at our career mode. So now we go back to career. And there's the tick. We've got the tick. Done. And there's still quite a few to go. What have I got here? 1, 2. So that one's unlocked. I can do it. So these two are unlocked, but I'll have to do these to unlock these two, I guess. All right, 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. So 14 segments and all of that to go. And I've now done half. It says in the bottom left-hand corner, 50% of career mode. So that was pretty successful. As I said, you can cheat the system by restarting races and then, yeah, setting the thing to easy and all of that as well. But, yeah, I'm going to leave it there for this evening, guys. Go and do some other stuff now. Thanks heaps for tuning in yet again. And in the words of Jeff Fennick, if you remember that boxer from years ago, love yous all. Even though he's a good fighter, but his command of English wasn't everything it should be. But as I say at the end of every stream, be good. I know that you will. I'll check you next time. And thanks for belatedly dropping by, Bender. Oh, he says he was at the cricket. Okay, well, all is forgiven, Bender. That's a pretty reasonable excuse. Going and watch the cricket is pretty cool. I've only ever been there once myself. That was Australia versus West Indies at the SCG. Back in the days when I used to live in Sydney, I drank too much beer. As I was walking out of the ground, I was thinking, fuck, I'm drunk. Am I going to make it home all right? This could be bad. But I actually did kind of, slap myself in the face a little bit and sober up a bit and made it home. And Chu says, cool, man. Thanks, Gary. And Bender says, tomorrow I'll be out at dinner. Now, weren't you asking me last week, Bender, if I were going to be streaming next Friday night? Or you said, hope you're streaming next Friday night? What was there a reason behind that? I'll hang around for a minute while you quickly type out an answer. And I'll have to wait a few seconds because it's 20 seconds between what I say and before it actually goes to air, and you hear it, and then there's the time it takes you to type the answer. But that was my understanding. Was last week you said, I hope you're streaming next Friday night. And a happy birthday wish from Chew even. So there you go. You've had a few birthday wishes, Bender, even before it's officially become your birthday yet. Oh, one thing I'll show you guys while I'm here, because I can put this up on the screen. So, I talked about how I wasn't able to do the LFM thing. And now, look, you see Race U, shut down. It doesn't even exist anymore. So not only does stuff not load, it's not there. So I had a look at this thing online live. All right. Okay, and so what you can do is you can go through and you can look for a league to race in. So these are scheduled races, the same as like what you'd get in Race U. Mainly because I've been looking to, all of these online ones, they do typically tend to be the same race. And, I'm just finding too that there's not many where the ping is under 300. Like, I go to 278, 254. So even though it's been sitting there loaded for a while, there's only 4 of them here that have a ping of under 300 and practice qualifying, no race. There's one that's actually a race. says it's happening in 2 minutes time, right? So again, there's not much selection. So I thought I'd check out this live thing. So you go through on the menu, you pick your format, I guess your platform. So for me, PC, Assetto Corsa Competizione. I don't know if these menus are coming up on what you see, but you got Assetto Corsa iRacing, F1 22, Forza 7. So there's quite a few, Gran Turismo 7 even, which you can now, I think. I don't know. No, you can't play that on the PC, so that wouldn't work. But even BeamNG, which I've got Automobilista 2. So these are these more like private server races. So then you pick your class you want to race in, right? I chose GT3s. I'm from Australia. Pick the day. So tomorrow being Friday. So if I set that for Friday and I hit search, right? Now, I haven't joined any of these yet, but so it's got like 4 leagues found, and then you can have a look down here. Now, I'm assuming this is my time. Now, a lot of these appear to be for, well, it says 12 o'clock. I don't know if that's AM or PM, right? Maybe if these guys elaborated a bit more, that would help. But look, this one, 8:45 in the morning. I could practically make that. The one thing I did notice, though, it doesn't tell you what track it's on, which is kind of throwing you in at the deep end a bit, I guess, there. But I guess what would happen is you would then click on this. So if I click on it, what happens? Alrighty, so then it's got 30 minutes before qualifying, 30 minutes practice briefing will be held here. There, see, this is what we want here, where you can see it. Okay, so it does say, oh, okay, so it's a calendar one where there's a few races. So it'll probably be the same time each Friday. The first one looks 30th September. Okay, so there's some of the races have already been held. October 11th, so 25th of November, which is going to be the next Bender's birthday, Hungaroring. And then another one on the 9th of December, so 2 weeks' time by the looks of it. So each fortnight, you go in these, and then if you want, then you click on join. I haven't done it yet, so that's might be an outlet for me to get in with post drivers, fucking more elite drivers away from the idiots and all of that. That might be a good thing to go in. Some of these more like private leagues. Anyway, back to the chat window here just for a moment here. And Bender says, Gary, I watched your my VR racing sim rig again while having gnocchi. Gnocchi's delicious, Bender. I really like Italian food. I like the food of most nationalities, to be honest. I love yum cha. Can't go the chicken feet. That's about the only thing. I tried them though. I'll pretty much try anything. Just about. And Bender says, yes, I said I was hoping you were streaming on Friday night because it was my birthday and it would be a good birthday present. Well, I might just have to dedicate tomorrow's stream and do one specially just for your birthday, Bender. It just might have to be a thing. Anyway, guys, yep. As I said, I'm going to leave it there. Go do some other stuff. Be good. I know that you will, even though I said that before. And I'll catch you guys next time. Later.